Trying to do is bring life into this house. Open the door to new people, new ideas. I'm so sorry.
Get out of my house! Get out! You give and you give and you give. It's just never enough.
All right, Mother, starring Jennifer Lawrence, Javier Bardem. Directed by Darren Aronofsky. This film, this is going to be probably a weird review because this is a weird movie. Darren Aronofsky is known for being really weird. His two movies that I've seen, Black Swan and Noah, are both really weird movies. Black Swan, I enjoyed the performances. The movie, I wasn't blown away with like everybody else was. I've only seen it one time. It was really weird. And that's what I remember from it. Noah, I thought it was kind of it's a more mainstream movie, not quite as weird as Black Swan, but once again, I don't know what exactly he was going for, but he does have a lot of views on a lot of different things. He has various political views and religious views, and he likes to put those in his movies, and what you're watching is not really what you're watching. Like it's all an allegory or symbolism for something else going on. And so I knew that going into this movie. That coupled with the reviews that are literally all over the place, from this is a masterpiece to this F cinema score where this is complete garbage. So I didn't see it till a week late, but at least I was prepared. I knew what I was getting into, but really, it still was a weird movie for me. Let's get into the plot without going into spoilers. Jennifer Lawrence and Javier Bardem are husband and wife. They're living in a house kind of out in the middle of nowhere. They reference that they like not being in the middle of everything, no cell service, that kind of thing. Some weird stuff starts going on in this house. Some weird people start showing up. Javier Bardem is this very famous poet, writer. He's having writer's block. And that is about all into the plot I'm going to get into. Some weird stuff starts going on. I will say right off the bat that this movie was not marketed very well, because by the trailers you got this feeling that it was going to be like this weird horror thriller movie. It's not really in any of those. I mean, there are times when there's some dumb little cheap jump scares or some really weird creepy stuff's going on, but I wouldn't say it was a horror movie. It was more of a what am I watching and trying to figure out kind of movie. What these characters are really supposed to be, and what does this image mean to Darren Aronofsky. That was the things that were going through my head the whole time I was watching it. But I understand that as Cinema F score because this is a very preachy movie, a very pretentious movie at times, and very artsy. A lot of things that I can't stand in movies. It Comes at Night, I just could not stand that early on in this year. But I'm so mixed on this movie because there was parts that I really liked. Even moments when I was sitting there going, oh my God, this is like masterpiece level filmmaking right here. But then there was other parts where I was like, what am I watching? And I was bored at times. So this movie does have pacing issues. It does, like I said, it's very preachy. But let's get into the good things. Jennifer Lawrence, Oscar-worthy actor. This is an Oscar-worthy performance. I know I love Jennifer Lawrence. She runs around a lot in this in real skimpy outfits and things, which, you know, I don't mind because Jennifer Lawrence is a beautiful woman and I am obsessed with her. But I can't praise the movie just because that. I mean, Javier Bardem was really good in this movie too. Ed Helms shows up in this. There are a lot of interesting characters and interesting performances. On that note, it kind of reminded me of Black Swan, where the performances were really, really good. Darren Aronofsky really knows how to pull great performances from his actors. Some of the visuals and imagery are fantastic. The way he pans around and follows Jennifer Lawrence around corners and through things is really well done. And I would say visually, the movie is pretty much perfection. It looks great. Now, like I said, plot-wise, it's all over the place. A lot of critics seem to like the beginning and not like the last 30 minutes. For me, I was kind of... The beginning for me was okay. It had pacing issues. I started to get bored at times. the last 30 minutes is crazy, and there is some crazy things going on. But I just loved how it picked up in that moment, how all the stuff that was coming at you, and I just was trying to like digest it all at the same time. So I almost kind of liked the last 30 minutes more than the rest of the movie. Now, I went to go see this movie a week late, and there was only 4 other people in the theater with me. There was a younger couple and an older couple. The younger couple made it about 45 minutes into this movie, and they just walked out. And you could hear them talking. I could hear them talking behind me, and their reactions were hilarious. And then the older couple, I got to give it to them. They made it almost through the entire movie. They got to a certain point, which I will say there is a point in this movie where it goes a little too far, and a very crazy stuff is going on. I'll just put it that way. And at that point, they left, and I don't really blame them. There was times in this movie where I felt like I wanted to get out of there, but I finished it out, and I can say, this is me as a person, maybe as a film critic, I don't know. I want to either be entertained or moved by a movie, or I use the repeat viewing thing is high up on my scale, because if I really like a movie, I'll immediately want to go see it as soon as I get out of the movie theater. Does this movie meet really any of those things for me? No. Was I entertained watching this movie? Not really. Did this movie move me? No. Did I think it was a little too preachy? Oh yeah. And do I ever really want to watch this again? No, not really. I mean, I just don't feel like I want to see this movie again. It was the same way I came out of Black Swan, and I love Natalie Portman. And if you can't make me want to see another Natalie Portman movie, it's just the same thing here. I love Jennifer Lawrence, and this movie was just all over the place for me. So I'm just going to go down the middle. I'm going to give Mother 3 out of 5. And just know what you're getting into when you see this movie. It's weird. If you like this video, click that like button. Comment below if you want to talk to me about anything. Click the Rainy Cage button to subscribe and keep up to date with all my videos. And I'll leave you with a few of my most recent videos and some of these sweet, sweet dance moves. This is Rainy Cage. Peace out.